Welcome, brand partners. My name is Leon Attidy, and I'm the Director of Leader Development.
And I'm Wilson Lundquist, the Director of Sales in Canada.
We are so excited to have you all with us here today. We have two amazing leaders who will be sharing their knowledge and expertise with you.
Yes, I'm so excited to hear from them. We hope you brought your favorite oils to accompany you as we dive into the workshops. This is one of my personal favorite blends, Stress Away, and also one of our natural health products in Canada.
That's fantastic. I have mine as well. I love the Valor Roll-On. Now that we're all oiled up, without further ado, it's my honor to introduce our first speaker, Debra Starkey. Debra is a best-selling author, mother, newly married to Bill Starkey, and has spent 21 years with Young Living, achieving the prestigious rank of Royal Crown Diamond. Though retired from personal consulting as a naturopath, master herbalist, aromatherapist, and nutritional counselor, Debra spends her work hours helping others understand both the benefits of nutrition combined with essential oils and growing a successful business. Her books include Gentle Babies, Nutrition 101, Choose Life, Road to Royal, Road to Wellness, Art of Blending, and Bon Voyage. Now let's hear from Debra.
Hello, everyone. My name is Debra Starkey, newlywed, mom, author, and Young Living Royal Crown Diamond. Like most people who are part of the Young Living family, and those considered joining, we do so for the products. Our homes are truly cleaned and transformed into a healthy environment with household products that deliver great results. So many lives are changed. Our days are energized with a morning shot of Nature Red. We smell a favorite oil for a restful night's sleep. And our minds are alert and our bodies strong, all because we use the many Young Living essential oil infused products on a daily basis. When I joined Young Living 21 years ago, it was for the products. I'd buy the products on a monthly basis because there's always something on my Young Living shopping list. And I tried new things every so often as well. I didn't entertain the thought of building a business, any kind of business for that matter. I was a homeschooling mom. Becoming a business partner just was not on my to-do list. I didn't realize that all that really meant was that I would be sharing the products that we used and loved, the ones we wouldn't be without, with family, friends, work colleagues, and other people we cared about. I was excited to share my experiences with others, and after 5 years, I had a group of happy customers. All the while, I really wasn't in the business. It was really just like sharing a great book, a recipe, a favorite movie, maybe even a favorite store or a restaurant with other people. I had no problem doing that, only I wasn't compensated when people bought their, product at a store or shopped at their restaurant, but I could be when people bought Young Living products, and all I had to do was share. There are people that I've met that tell me, Debra, I just want the products for my family. I have no desire to build a business. My reply, awesome, that was me. In Young Living, you can buy as a customer and bring these great products into your life, or you can also share, which may lead to intentional sharing eventually, like it did for me. It's totally up to you. I continued to casually share the products with others, but after a few years, I knew I was supposed to be more intentional with my sharing. So many people need the hope and possibilities that we have to offer. People need what I had discovered. I had learned that sharing wasn't hard. Just share my story, my experience with the products. People want to have their own experience, and they quickly became part of my Young Living family. I also learned about the financial compensation that the company offered to those who wanted to share. I was intrigued because one of my needs as a new widow, raising a young daughter, was to increase my income. And I knew I would be able to share products that I'd grown to love, that were useful in our home. And then I would be compensated. This was a win-win in my book. I really didn't have to do anything different than what I was normally doing, sharing about something I already loved. We already know how to buy from other stores. So now with Young Living, you simply change stores and you save money on your cleansers, your greener, even more effective products, your makeup, your skincare. You can place an order online or over the phone and have them delivered right to your door. In this day and age, that has become the norm. So what does building actually look like? I'm going to tell you because I want you to see just how simple it is, how natural it is to go from a happy buyer to also now someone who wants to build. First, you're going to find your favorites, your staples, the must-haves in your home, and buy them on a regular basis. You buy the products for yourself and your family continually to use and have more stories to show. By the way, Young Living offers a monthly subscription program with several perks. It's free to enroll. You select the products you want, which you can change monthly as your needs change. Then each month on the day you select, your subscription order is processed and shipped directly to you. You are essentially becoming a brand ambassador for Young Living. You share about your favorite experiences with the products with others and invite them to become a customer like you did. Let them have their own amazing experiences. You support these new members by referring them to both the Young Living and various third-party reference tools that, of course, your enroller and sponsor have shared with you. This way, they can learn all about the products and how to safely and effectively use them. You also support them by helping them share their stories with other people. And this builds what we call the business side of Young Living. Young Living doesn't sell in stores per se. They rely on word of mouth, and there's no better advertising than word of mouth. Wouldn't you rather buy from someone who knew about how great that shampoo is rather than just read about it in a magazine? I would. I'd like to hear someone else's story. There are people like me who learned a lot about the additional income side of Young Living, and then I decided I was going to share with others a little more deliberately. So I would invite them, I would invite someone to invite their friends, and then I would go over to their home, and in an informal setting, I would share with their friends about Young Living and some of the products that they could bring into their home and what they could do for them. I was always looking for a person that would benefit from becoming part of the Young Living family, and that's what you do. Keep your eyes and ears open. The best way is to listen. Everyone has a need, a reason to bring Young Living into their home. So if you listen, you'll be able to help them with Young Living products. Did you know that Young Living has products for every room in your home? This makes choosing products super easy, and we all like an easy button. We have household cleaning products for the bathroom, the kitchen, the laundry, and more. So clean and free of harmful chemicals and ingredients that could be harsh, you can have your children do the house cleaning for you. Now that's a plus. Nutritional supplements that are unsurpassed in quality and performance. Supporting our wellness has never been as important as it is in today's world. And while we enjoy many modern-day conveniences, they often add to a polluted environment, which can play havoc on our well-being. Adding nutritional support is no longer a maybe. It's become a must. There's personal care products for the body, the face, the hair, skincare that, in my opinion, is beyond compare. So effective, you might just have to start telling your age as people compliment you on a radiant complexion. Makeup that's going to bring out the most radiant you. Made with only the best all-natural ingredients, you will always find me with at least 1 or 2 lipsticks in my purse. They're my go-to favorite. When your teen's ready to wear makeup, you'll be glad the ingredients don't clog pores, and they highlight their natural beauty with nothing harmful. By the way, Young Living also offers an entire 1 to 2 day educational event where you can also sample products called Beauty School. This is where you can learn what makes our premium skincare and makeup so amazing. You'll learn from experts in the field and everyday users. Beauty School is absolutely the most fun, informative, and special event you can experience, all with a sisterhood of ladies just like you. So whether you opt for what's currently a virtual beauty school, you still get some products if you desire, or if you're going to wait and do an in-person once that opens back up again, you are going to want to add Beauty School to your list of events to do. Even if you never intend to build a business, it's about getting the most out of your products and having a blast in the meantime. Animal care products for all your furry friends are a Young Living staple. After all, they're part of our family as well, so why not groom your pet and safely use our specialty formulations made just for them. We have a kids line of product we call Kids Sense. These are specifically formulated for the children in your life. So whether you're diffusing Genius, when they're studying or putting a drop of sleepy eyes on a pillowcase at night, the oils and other infused kid scent products, including supplements, will be a hit with your children. And of course, don't forget superior essential oils. As the original essential oil company of our time, Young Living offers pure, authentic, premium, superior essential oils with all the goodness a plant can deliver. With over 30 years' experience, our founder, Gary Young, he perfected the art of distillation and created the seed-to-seal process unmatched in the industry even today. Knowing the origin of our seeds, the chemistry of our soil, proper times to harvest, to distill and bottle nature's best assures you of quality in every single drop. And they are safe for the entire family. Okay, so you're convinced. You love the Young Living products. You'd like to share them with others and take advantage of the opportunity to earn a little or maybe a lot of extra money. They say it only takes about $300 to $500 a month increase in earnings to change most families' lives. So many people, including myself at one time, found that that amount of money was a real game changer. Never forget that as much awesomeness as we put behind our products for people to change their lives and their wellness, there is an opportunity for people to increase an income. So be sure you share that. That's what I so desperately needed. And I'm not the only one. I had talked with a successful leader above me who helped me switch my focus to be more intentional about listening for an opportunity to share my story with others. I also then reached out to a few people already in my organization because they were buying just to have it a little more reasonable than driving all the way out to where I lived. So it became convenient for them to sign up. They were mostly people who had enrolled in Young Living, rather than driving out to my house. But these people now also wanted to share with other people. So I asked each of them if they'd let me come over and share a little bit of my story to their friends so they could see how easy it would be to share the Young Living products with others. Several said yes, and most of these people began sharing themselves in small group meetings. That simple start was the foundation of what is now a very large organization. So was there a secret to help me building a successful team? Not really. I don't really believe there is a secret to this. Here's what you can do. First, make the decision that you will buy the products, you're going to use them every day, you'll have stories, and you get stories by trying different products as well. Have an experience to share, and then make the shift, turning your home into a Young Living house. That's not a secret. Next, you want to intentionally oil up. Carry some open bottles of your favorites with you so that when you share, you'll have an oil for someone to smell or maybe apply topically so they can feel the oil. That's not a secret. That's easy. Be confident in the Young Living products. This will come from the more you use them. Be proud of the company and its seed-to-seal process. That is second to none. Not a secret. Share any way you want. That means in person, at a fair or expo, big or small meetings, on social media, with your friends and followers. Invite people over to I used to call them Taco Tuesday, so people would just come over and enjoy a meal with my daughter and I would practice my presentation. Everybody always said yes, even though that wasn't, yes, it was my intent, but they didn't know that. They thought they'd come over for just an enjoyable time. Be sure to invite everyone that you know to learn about our products. This exact same process involved in sharing in person or via the internet platforms, they're just alike because you're going to do the same 5 things over and over and over. You're going to prospect. Well, that's really just finding someone and introducing them to Young Living. And that may be through a story that you post or share. Then you're going to present. Present just means sharing your story and information about the company, maybe a few of our products, the different categories. Let them know about our diverse product line. The close. This is when you have them select their products or their bundle in order to become a member or brand ambassador. And in case there's an issue with finding a little bit more cash in their wallet at the end of the month, they are going to want to be a brand ambassador because that sets them up so that they can earn commissions. You're going to want to train people. Educate them on what Young Living has to offer in products and in sharing tips. And follow up. Create a relationship that will help them share on their own. You know, all we're really doing, again, is just sharing what we already love. Everyone loves to buy, but nobody wants to sell. So don't use the word sell. You're not selling anybody anything. You're inviting them to be part of a company that you love. You love the products. Why wouldn't you share that with friends? None of this is a secret. None of this is super secret sauce anywhere. It's just normal common sense on how you share. And it's been around forever, since network marketing began. There is tons of support from the corporate office, from your enroller and sponsor, and many other resources that you'll learn about. Push the easy button and enroll today. And if you're already a member, then fill your home with the Young Living products and use them every day. And then go and build something great. Share, share, share. I said earlier I'd been with the company for 21 years. I have friends around the globe. I've traveled the world enjoying fun retreats. I've done teachings and trainings. I've grown as a person. I'm at my healthy best. I'm abundantly blessed to share with others. In short, I couldn't have made a better decision. I hope that you will become part of the Young Living family soon if you're not already. And maybe one day, if you haven't met me yet, you can come up to me and say hi. This company has been a blessing in my life in ways I can never imagine. And I know it can be yours too. It's like setting something up today that will be a legacy for years and years to come. Remember, Young Living is hope and possibilities for everyone on the planet. Go find a few and get started. Thank you, and God bless.
Wow, that was awesome. I love how she shared her experience in teaching her leaders, and now all of us, how to be more intentional about listening for an opportunity to share our story with others.
Yes, and that was great. I love how she specifically pointed out that we can be confident in our amazing products. It is no secret. They're incredible, so why hide it and share it with the world? I feel so lucky to be able to introduce our next speaker, Bethany Shipley, one of our amazing Young Living Diamonds. Bethany Shipley fell in love with Young Living 3 days after she had her first baby in August of 2014. She found herself totally in love with being a mother, and while also craving a big vision and mission for her life outside of her new role. The idea of having it all manifested in network marketing, and the rest of the story is just the beginning. As a 27-year-old entrepreneur, inspirational speaker, wife, and mom of 4, Bethany craves to infuse a new perspective that everyone has a unique and special purpose. She believes that finding a way to get paid for uncovering that purpose is the best way to have a fulfilling life. Let's hear from Bethany now.
Hi and welcome. My name is Bethany Shipley and I'm so excited to be your trainer today. We're going to talk today about seasons of business and habits that will create lasting momentum in your life and also in your organization. So I started this business when I had a 3-day-old son, and I found myself like many of the new moms I meet, so excited to be a mom and embracing the new and most magical role, but feeling like somehow they're not sure where they fit in anymore. They have this desire to be present and available for their children, but there's a piece of them that wants purpose in life outside of another human being. And I was totally there. I remember doing laundry, dishes, changing diapers, and all of it was so rewarding. But I felt like if I wasn't careful, I would end up with an 18-year-old son. I would look myself in the mirror and then ask, okay, now who are you? And I knew if I wasn't careful, I'd end up placing my entire identity in a role outside of myself, like motherhood. So at the same time, I was watching as my parents were falling in love with this mystical world they called network marketing. And I watched my dad, who had been working at a job he didn't love, find this vision for what life could be. I watched his transformation as he got up at 5 a.m. to participate in this thing they called a 90-day run. And every weekday morning, they would call into their team training for 15 minutes. They transformed their guest bedroom into an office, and he and my mom were working day and night to spread their light with positivity and joy and contribution. And the energy I saw from my parents was the exact same energy that I remember them having when I was a little girl, when bedtime stories were always creative and there was so much excitement about life. And so although I didn't necessarily resonate with the company they were with at the time, I did feel connected to Young Living. So I started doing some research on the compensation plan. I started doing some research on the culture of the company and essential oils. And it was a few weeks from that when I declared to my husband in the car that I was going to go for Royal Crown Diamond. Now, that doesn't seem so off and far off now, but back then you have to realize that I was 21 years old. I had no college degree, no following on social media, no sales experience, and to the naked eye would appear, honestly, to be someone who would be least likely to succeed. However, this is my strategy in life. Ignorance can be one of the best assets because with ignorance often comes belief, and belief often fuels movement. So I remember pulling up the income disclosure statement, seeing the line of Royal Crown Diamond, and thinking, oh, you know what? I might not be the smartest person in the world. I'm definitely not going to be a brain surgeon or a rocket scientist, but I'm willing to learn what I need to learn. And I might have only passed Algebra 1 by the skin of my teeth, but that doesn't mean I can't learn about essential oils and tell people about them. Because just like I learned how to ride a bike, I can learn the skills of network marketing. Just like I learned how to swim, I can learn the skills of network marketing. Just like I learned the skill of making a phone call, I can learn the skill of network marketing. So the journey started out great. I dove right into all the research that I thought I needed to know. And I watched hours and hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos talking about essential oils. I started listening to interviews about people who made millions of dollars in the industry of network marketing. And somehow I found myself 3 months in and I had not enrolled a single person. And one day I realized that I needed to stop studying the game and I needed to start playing the game. You know the difference, right? The student of the game watches videos, learns, but the player actually goes out and tries to shoot the ball and fails. There was no way I could learn how to shoot the ball without actually practicing and playing and trying. And I realized in that moment that I was actually afraid of was failure. I was afraid, completely afraid, of what people might think, thinking that I looked dumb, thinking that I looked salesy, thinking that I didn't know what I was talking about, and I didn't. I realized that what was holding me back was simply fear. And as a mom, when I looked at my son, I did not want him to ever be held back by that. Because we do this thing as moms where we tell our kids to go do something, but we don't actually do it. We tell our kids to go make friends on the playground, but we are afraid to make new friends. We tell our kids to be brave, but we are actually afraid. We tell our kids to go change the world and put themselves out there and be vulnerable and be authentic. And babe, if someone doesn't like you, it's not your fault. And see, we sit back and say, well, but what if people think I look dumb? What if people think I look salesy? What if people think I look like I don't know what I'm talking about? That's where I was at. So it was in that process that I realized the only way to have a fulfilling life is to actually show up and actually play full out. And if I do anything less than that, I'm just living my fear. I'm living my life defined and determined by my fear. And I also realized that this business was going to be a lot about business, but it was going to be more than that. It was going to be more than about essential oils. It was going to be more than about making money. It was also going to be a personal development tool for me. And I decided then and there that whatever I knew I should do to grow my business, but I felt that reservation inside of me, I wasn't going to overlook that. I was not going to just go past it. I was going to look into it, which means holding up the mirror and letting my fears be exposed so that I could deal with them to make me a better wife, mom, everything. So when I train on this, I call it mirror moments. There will be moments in your business and probably in this training that you will be afraid, you will have hesitation, you will practice procrastination. It's when you know you need to do something, but you're not doing it because there's some sort of fear or belief. So as I share these practical tips of breaking out of stagnation or creating momentum in your business, you might have some of these mirror moments of hesitation pop up. And for you, and I want to make sure that we all understand, those are opportunities for a mirror moment. Those moments where we can look in the mirror and identify in us what's holding us back so we can deal with it. All right, so let's dive in. Grab your pen and paper. Have you ever looked at yourself and wondered, what the heck am I not doing that I should be doing in order to grow my business? Or maybe you've wondered, What am I missing out on that I'm not doing so that I could grow at the pace that other people are growing? I'm going to tell you, you're not alone. This is literally the most common thing that I work with Young Living brand partners on, because at some point in everyone's business, we hit a plateau. And figuring out that plateau can feel somewhat overwhelming and lonely. And I'm excited because today I can give you momentum starters because no matter where you're at in your business, I'm going to take you through a process that's going to help you identify any of your black holes and then give you some practical and tangible things to work on to create momentum in your business. So we're going to start out with habits and how to know if you need to incorporate this habit, okay? So let's do it. Habit number 1, write this down. Expand your network. Habit number 1, expand your network. So we are in the business of network marketing. What that means is we network and we market to our network. Young Living pays us a percentage of the sales that were, placed under our organization and our brand partner referral number in any given month. So part of the strategy of network marketing is to be consistently expanding our network. You need to be doing more of this if you've ever said, I'm out of people to talk to. What you're actually saying when you say I'm out of people to talk to is that you're limiting your business potential to the number of people that are currently in your network. You're forgetting about the billions of other people that are possibilities for your team. If you've ever said something like, if that one person would just join my team, what you're really saying is that you don't trust yourself in the ability to go out and meet new people that would make incredible additions to your team. So think about that when you've said those things. So here's the mirror moment. The top reason you might not be expanding your network is literally this. You are afraid of rejection. This is the most common reason why most people fail in network marketing. Hear me, this is really important. They are afraid that the people that they currently know will have an opinion about them. And oftentimes it looks like this. I'll ask someone, okay, when's the last time you met someone new? And they'll say, oh, Bethany, I'm just not that type of person. And when they say that to me, what I know they're actually saying is that they were that type of person when they were 5 years old, but they were rejected on the playground. And it felt so sad and lonely that they decided never to become vulnerable again. So for that reason, they do not make eye contact with people in the grocery store. They do not open their heart to people. They do not care to make new friends. And in a social setting, when they're uncomfortable, they don't know what to do. So here's some practical ways to expand your network. First of all, look into that, deal with it. Second, attend networking events. Learn how to meet people out and about. Grow your social media on Instagram and Facebook. Work on those skills, YouTube and Google. Join new gyms, meet new people. Join book clubs, meet new people. Do a mix of all of this so you can see where I'm going. The reality of this is that no matter what platform you choose to use, in person, online, the concept is the same. You're expanding your network to be introduced to people who otherwise would not be able to be impacted by you. So here's a free tip. When you feel unsure of how to make it not awkward or how to be comfortable in your own skin, utilize the world we live in. Google tips on being confident in social settings. Watch videos on YouTube. Literally all of this info is out there. You just have to know what questions you're asking. So figure out your question and then type it into YouTube and Google. All right, habit number 2, engage your network. This is the part of the process where you actually interact with the people that are in your network, the people that you know. This could look like them commenting on your social media posts. This could look like you having coffee with them. This could look like you commenting on their social media posts. But the goal of this habit is to make sure that you have a solid relationship with them and they know what you do. The goal is that they know if they need essential oils, you are their person. If they want a business, network marketing, you are their person. You need to be doing more of this if you've ever had people buy oils and later say something like, oh, I didn't know you did that. Or you post something on social media and it gets very little interaction, not a lot of comments, not a lot of engagement. Or you're a hermit and you don't get out much. Or when you're in the grocery store and you see someone you know who doesn't have Young Living or doesn't have oils, and you feel like instead of going up and giving them a high five or a hug, you feel like hiding. That is a sign you need to work on this habit, engaging your network. So here are some practical ways to engage your network. Post things that engage your followers. When you see someone at the grocery store that you know, always greet them with a warm smile. Talk to people every day. Be a genuine person with a goal of contribution. Get good at conversation tips or tricks. Give when you can give. Practice that, okay? Habit number 3, expand your team. Let's define what expand your team means. Expanding your team is any activity that leads to people joining your team. So typically this looks like asking people if they want to learn more about essential oils, or doing targeted social media to teach people and pique interest. You know you need to do more of this if you aren't enrolling many people, but you are expanding your network consistently. You don't give people a chance to actually make a decision by asking them if they're ready to get started. You don't confidently invite people to check out essential oils. You don't have any ongoing way to educate people who don't have Young Living on the products that Young Living has, on the Young Living products. So here's the mirror moment. The top reason you might not be expanding your team is because you're more confident in another role. Maybe you're a nurse, and so when people see you and ask what you're up to, it's way easier for you to talk about how crazy it's been at the hospital in 2020 than to actually throw in the info about your happy mail that you've been sending to your whole team, or the social media training you've been doing for your team, or learning. You're not letting them in on the full story because one of your roles feels legit, and so you hide behind that. And so to build belief in your business and build belief in yourself as a network marketing professional, you need to decide right now to be the CEO of your business and take it seriously. The way you show up tells others and teaches others how you like to be treated. So take your business seriously. Start putting yourself out there. Here's the practical answer to it. Make sure everyone in your network, everyone in your circle, everyone who knows you are their oil person by providing value and being confident in telling them what you're up to. Make it normal to have that conversation. Start conversations with people and be comfortable stating your intention. For me, this usually looks like me saying, you know what? I would really love to have you as part of my Young Living team. And I could see you using oils like I do. Get comfortable with that. Get comfortable crafting a response to the question, what do you do? So I like to answer it straightforward. I sell essential oils and I help people sell them too. It's straightforward, it's honest, it's upfront. I don't have some sleazy or backdoor way of saying it. It's just straight up. All right, number 4, habit to do in your business. Engage your team. Engage your team means to be constantly providing value to the people in your Young Living organization. Usually this is done through a Facebook group or a chat thread, or maybe even just one-on-one. But teaching them about the products Young Living has, offering those products as an opportunity to better their life, providing them the opportunity to be a brand partner, plugging them into trainings on any topic, being there for them on an essential oil education basis. So you know you need to do more of this if your essential rewards rate or subscribe rate is low. This means that your team is not being educated on how to use the products in a way that actually meets their needs. People don't know you're a part of their support team. If they don't know you're a part of their support team, then they don't know where to go for help. So we got to make sure you make that connection. So let's find the mirror moment. The most common reason people don't engage the team they have are they're disorganized. Disorganization typically boils down to I will do what is fun and that is all mentality. Jams we need to decide that we're going to do what we need to do and just follow through with it and not think about what feels fun or make it fun. Practical answers. Decide how often you're going to show up for your team. For example, 5 times a week, I show up and add value to my team. I give education that is relevant and important. This is just an example for you to take. I do this regarding Young Living essential oils in a product. I do it 5 times a week and it's in my calendar. Create safeguards for your decision around that with alarm clocks and notifications. Or a calendar. Send happy mail. Let your members know they are loved and appreciated. These are things These 4 habits that I just gave you, expand, network, expand team, engage team, they're so simple, but they are seriously so foundational and so solid to the success of your business. So which one sticks out to you? Write it down. Figure out your black hole and build time into your calendar for it this week. And as you're focused on mirror moments, you'll be consistently doing the work of personal development to make your impact even greater. So how you connect with people and how you inspire people and how you give to people, all of that comes from the inner work you decide to do starting right now, starting today. You have the opportunity to start that today. So you've got the habits, you've got them in your calendar. You're good, right? We're good here. Monday morning comes along and you get out your habits and boom, an opportunity for a mirror moment and you get stuck because you feel that fear. So let's talk about what to do when you get there, okay? Write this down. We always act in accordance to who we believe we are. This is the identity piece. I'm going to say that again, okay? Write it down. We always act in accordance to who we believe we are. I used to be so confused by this. Do you believe you're a Royal Crown Diamond? Because I felt like the answer was yes, but I didn't know where the black hole was until one day I thought about it in a different way. I was a silver. I was going for gold and I was stuck. I was doing all the right things, I thought. I was checking the boxes and I was engaging my network. I was expanding my network. My habits were on point, but I was not experiencing the momentum and I had hit my limit. And so I was lifting weights and we were doing this lift that's called the snatch. It's where you lift a bar and the weights are on the ground when you start and you go over your head, and it's really technically challenging and it's also really physically challenging. So I would lift one, then we would add weight and repeat the process so I could feel that I was approaching my limit. And I wanted to bust through my PR, which is a personal record. And I just felt like, gosh, I want to do this just like I want to hit gold. I was so determined. And in my head was all of this stuff. And the stuff kind of went like this. You might relate. I'm a silver who can't get to gold. I'm doing all the right things. I wonder if there's something wrong with me. And I stood in front of that bar, you guys, and I asked myself a pivotal question. I asked myself, Bethany, how would you lift this bar if you were a gold? I thought to myself, well, gosh, I'd be confident. I'd be full of positivity. I'd be taking ownership. I'd have a mentality of, it's going over my head. No matter what I have to do, this bar is going over my head. And I stepped back to the bar. Not as a silver, even though I was technically a silver in the virtual office, understand me. I decided I was going to lift that bar as a gold, and I lifted that bar as a gold, and I had an energetic shift. And I'm pretty sure I even felt like crying. Maybe I did cry. It was actually a huge moment for me, not just about the lift. It was about my spirit. And that was the moment I realized this. You don't hit the rank and then become the person. You become the person, and then the rank catches up with you. You hit the rank. That was where my identity shifted. I no longer talked on the phone to prospects as a silver. I talked to them as a gold, as a confident gold. I no longer taught classes as a silver. I taught classes as a gold. You see what I mean? And guess what? My rank caught up with me. Then I did the same thing again as a gold. I became a platinum person, and then I hit the platinum rank. The rank caught up with me. And then I did it again. I became a diamond in my spirit and my identity first. And then my rank caught up with me. And guess what I'm doing right now in the stage of my business? I'm becoming a Royal Crown Diamond person so my rank can catch up with me as a person. So I invite you today, right now, to have an identity shift. What rank do you want to be? At what rank will you become confident when you're teaching a class? At what rank will you hold your shoulders back and make magic happen when you walk into a room to network with people with a smile and eye contact? Because here's the secret. Become that person today and let your rank catch up with you. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that what I shared today can be just one small piece of your magical story. You are amazing, and I hope you'll let me remind you of that every day over on Instagram. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Bethany. Did you hear that part about how to utilize practical actions to engage the field and practice your reactions and responses?
I sure did. I love when Bethany said that we are all in the business of network marketing, which means that we network and we market to our network. This is such a good reminder to stay engaged. I don't know about you guys, I feel inspired.
That's super impactful. Let's take a quick break so that we can soak in all that inspiration and set intentions of how to utilize those tips moving forward.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you found our workshops both educational and inspirational. And a huge thank you to our trainers today. Training and Education Senior Manager Haley Jensen, Royal Crown Diamond Debra Starkey, and Diamond Bethany Shipley. And of course, our farm managers, Corey Howden and Skylar Olson. And a huge thanks to you for taking the time out of your day to be here. Our customers and our brand partners who are in attendance today will have the opportunity to purchase an exclusive Discover YL bundle. Included in this bundle is a charcoal lantern diffuser. Only by attending today. A 5 milliliter bottle